Can faith truly move mountains, or perhaps more urgently, heal a wounded planet? In a world grappling with environmental crises, a powerful voice has emerged from the heart of the Catholic Church, offering not just a warning, but a profound message of hope and a clear path forward. This is the story of Pope Francis's transformative call to action, a spiritual awakening that challenges us all, Catholics, environmentalists, and policymakers alike, to embrace our sacred duty to creation. In 2015, Pope Francis gifted the world with Laudato Si, an encyclical that resonated far beyond the walls of the Vatican. Its title, Praise Be to You, drawn from Saint Francis of Assisi's Canticle of the Creatures, immediately set a tone of reverence and wonder for God's creation. This wasn't merely a statement, it was a landmark teaching document, a spiritual compass guiding humanity through the ecological crisis. Encyclicals are among the most authoritative expressions of papal teaching, and Laudato Si was unprecedented in its singular focus. It meticulously wove together theology, cutting-edge science, and principles of social justice, declaring climate change an urgent moral crisis. For the first time, a pope articulated with such clarity that environmental destruction is not just an economic or scientific problem, but a profound spiritual failing, a sin against God and humanity. This document became a rallying cry for 1.3 billion Catholics, inviting them to a deeper understanding of their faith. It reminded us that the earth is not merely a resource to be exploited, but a sacred gift, a common home entrusted to our care. Laudato Si offered a vision of hope, urging us to rediscover our interconnectedness with all creation and to embark on a journey of ecological conversion. It was a powerful affirmation for environmentalists, validating their scientific concerns with a moral imperative, and a direct challenge to policymakers to act with courage and foresight. Pope Francis's message is built upon three foundational pillars, each offering a profound insight into our relationship with creation. The first is ecological conversion, a call for a profound change of heart and mind. It teaches us that caring for creation is not an optional add-on to our faith, but central to it, an essential expression of our love for God and neighbor. Destroying the environment is a betrayal of our stewardship, a sin that wounds both the earth and the human family. The second pillar is climate justice, a powerful reminder that the burdens of environmental degradation fall disproportionately on the poor and vulnerable. Wealthier nations, often the largest polluters, must acknowledge their historical responsibility, while communities with the fewest resources suffer the most from floods, droughts, and displacement. This is not merely an environmental issue, it is a grave injustice, a moral scandal that demands our immediate attention and solidarity. Our faith compels us to stand with those on the margins, advocating for policies that protect the most vulnerable. Finally, Pope Francis introduces integral ecology, a revolutionary concept that recognizes the profound interconnectedness of all things. He teaches us that we cannot separate environmental protection from economic justice, human dignity, or spiritual well-being. The cry of the earth and the cry of the poor are inextricably linked. This holistic vision challenges us to seek solutions that address social, economic, and environmental crises simultaneously, fostering a culture of care that heals both people and planet. Science reveals the facts, but faith illuminates the moral imperative, showing us why we must act with urgency and hope. The Pope's words were not meant to remain on paper. They ignited a global movement, sparking tangible action across the world. The Vatican itself has become a beacon of sustainability, committing to carbon neutrality and implementing solar panels and sustainable systems. This leadership from the heart of the Church demonstrates that change is not only possible but imperative. Inspired by Laudato Si, Catholic institutions worldwide have begun to transform. Universities, hospitals, and parishes are divesting from fossil fuels, investing in renewable energy, and launching ambitious environmental programs. Young Catholics energized by Francis's vision are at the forefront of climate movements, finding in their faith a powerful motivation for advocacy and action. The Pope has consistently engaged with climate scientists and environmental leaders, fostering a vital dialogue that bridges faith and reason, proving they are partners, not adversaries, in the quest for a sustainable future. Catholic relief organizations now integrate climate adaptation and mitigation into their core work, supporting vulnerable communities in building resilience against environmental shocks. This is not just talk, it is a vibrant global movement where faith communities are embracing their sacred responsibility to care for creation. It is a testament to the power of a hopeful message, inspiring millions to translate moral conviction into concrete, transformative action. In the complex landscape of climate action, Pope Francis's advocacy holds unique and profound significance. He reaches hearts and minds that purely scientific data often cannot penetrate. For billions of believers worldwide, moral and spiritual arguments resonate deeply, transforming environmental concern into a sacred duty. When the Pope declares environmental destruction a sin, it elevates climate action beyond a political preference to a fundamental religious obligation. Religious communities, guided by ancient wisdom, inherently think in terms of generations, not just quarterly reports. They speak of responsibility to future generations, to God's creation, and to the common good. Powerful motivators that complement scientific urgency, Pope Francis has masterfully demonstrated that environmental protection transcends partisan divides. It is a deeply human moral issue that calls for universal solidarity. His leadership offers a framework for policymakers to understand the profound ethical dimensions of climate change, urging them to craft policies rooted in justice, compassion, and a shared vision for a thriving planet. This moral leadership provides a crucial foundation for policy advocacy, reminding us that economic growth cannot come at the expense of human dignity or ecological health. It empowers environmentalists by providing a spiritual bedrock for their scientific arguments, fostering broader public engagement and political will. For Catholics, it is a call to live out their faith more fully, recognizing that care for creation is an integral part of their discipleship. While the Pope's message has inspired millions, it has not been without its challenges and critics. Some argue that the Church should remain separate from political issues, while others, including some conservative Catholics, have questioned the emphasis on environmental concerns over other priorities. Policymakers, particularly in some nations, have at times downplayed or even rejected the Pope's urgent call. Yet, Pope Francis has remained steadfast, unwavering in his conviction. He consistently asserts that creation care is not political, it is profoundly biblical, rooted in Scripture from Genesis to the Gospels, which calls humanity to be stewards, not exploiters, of God's magnificent creation. He clarifies that his role is not to dictate specific policies, but to establish the moral framework that must guide those decisions. He challenges us to move beyond narrow self-interest and embrace a vision of the common good. The journey of ecological conversion is ongoing, requiring courage, dialogue, and perseverance. It demands that we confront uncomfortable truths and work together across faiths and ideologies to find common ground. The growing interfaith climate movement, inspired by Laudato Si, demonstrates that religion can be a powerful unifying force, transcending differences to address our shared planetary crisis. This ongoing dialogue, even amidst disagreement, is essential for translating papal teaching into effective local and global action. Pope Francis's commitment to our common home remains undiminished. In 2023, he released Laudate Deum, a powerful follow-up document expressing his profound frustration at the world's slow response to the climate crisis. This apostolic exhortation served as a renewed plea for urgent action, a reminder that time is running out, but also a reaffirmation of hope in our collective capacity to change. He continues to be a leading voice at international forums, pushing world leaders to adopt bolder, more equitable climate policies. The Catholic Church, under his guidance, is now deeply engaged in climate justice work globally, particularly in regions most vulnerable to environmental destruction. A new generation of young Catholics, inspired by Francis's prophetic vision, is emerging as powerful advocates, integrating environmental protection into the very fabric of their faith and activism. The question before us now is not if religious communities should engage with climate issues, but how effectively we can translate this profound moral conviction into systemic transformative change. This is a mission of hope, a call to heal our broken world and build a future where all creation can flourish. It is an invitation to every individual, every community, and every nation to embrace their role in this sacred task. Pope Francis's climate advocacy stands as a testament to faith's power to inspire profound environmental action. From the hallowed halls of the Vatican to the smallest parish, his message rings clear. Caring for creation is not merely an option, it is a sacred, urgent responsibility, a pathway to spiritual renewal and global healing. Whether you are Catholic or not, a person of faith or a secular advocate, his challenge resonates with universal truth. What will you do to protect our common home? Let us be inspired by this hopeful vision. Let us, as Catholics, deepen our commitment to Laudato Si and Laudate Deum, integrating ecological conversion into every aspect of our lives. Let us, as environmentalists, find powerful allies in faith communities, recognizing the moral imperative that strengthens our scientific arguments. And let us, as policymakers, heed the urgent call for justice and solidarity, crafting bold, equitable policies that safeguard our planet for generations to come. This is not just a moment for reflection, it is a moment for action, for prayer, and for unwavering hope. Join us in this vital journey. Subscribe, share, and become a part of the movement for a more just, sustainable, and hopeful future.